Now we're going to walk you through how to remove the backplate and replace this connection point in the event that you've bought a skillet or all-purpose pad that comes with its standard installed and you don't want to use it. So the two screws or fastener sets that are holding this on are these two bottom connections in the back here. In order to make it easier to attach or access those, we're just going to remove the back pads. All right, with those out of the way, we have easy visual access to these two fasteners back here. So like with everything else, our T-nut and screw, we're gonna use our needle nose pliers to grab the notches in those T-nuts. And then use our torque driver. All right, our first one's out. Go ahead and remove the second here. All right, both of those are out. So now you see the backplate was the connection on this bottom point here between the two rear parts of the arch. So with the pads that come standard with the backplate installed, you'll also receive your rear connection point. This is a rigid piece. This is not a flexible part. This is a cut piece of polymer. And then you'll also receive two fresh T-nuts and screws. So it's important to note there's two sets or two lengths of T-nuts used in this ARC V1 pad assembly. We have a long and a short. Your long T-nut is used for all of these pivoting front and rear connections, as well as the belt connection here in the rear. Everything else on the pad is going to use the short T-nut, just something worth noting while you're kind of reworking these pads. So in this case, we have our long T-nuts, our connection piece to replace where our back plate just was. We're gonna go ahead and reinstall that just like we removed the back protector. So go ahead and get those situated in the holes. You're also gonna receive two fresh screws with this, with unused Loctite on the threads. We recommend that you use the screws we supply in the parts kit with this connection point, just to make sure you have some nice fresh Loctite to keep these from backing out over time. If you do have blue Loctite, you can reapply to any of the other screws. We do recommend anytime you disassemble and reassemble these components to make sure you're using either fresh screws or reapplying Loctite during the installation. So I got those screws started. Go ahead and tighten these down. Again, these are all meant to bottom out fastener to fastener, so just tighten that down until you can't anymore. So what's happening is that screw is running into and contacting the top of the barrel of that T-nut, and that in combination with the Loctite is going to keep these secure. All right, so we've got our backplate removed, our new ProMotion connection reinstalled. In order to complete this job, we're just going to take our back pads, reinstall those. And you have just successfully removed your backplate from the ARC V1. If you wanted to install a backplate, it would be the exact same process, just in reverse. So you'd remove this connection, you slide your backplate up in there to replace that, reinstall your T-nuts and screws, and now you've added a backplate.